Me clearly?
Yeah.
I hope so. Cool. Thank you. So as for the first question, super close maps with the Team Liquid. Was this the start of the back and forth rivalry between NA and EU at the top of Valorant esports? This is from Mitch Reams, Nerd Street Gamers.
I definitely think our match is going to be how the matches are going to go out throughout. At least for like the more recent events now, that in the future I think that NA and EU will probably be playing relatively similar or close games, because I think the styles are pretty similar. I think the Europeans just do things a little bit slower, but I think both regions understand the game at a really high level, and I think they both have a lot to offer.
The second question is from Lucas Takashi Hagui, Valorant Zone IGC. Did playing against Crazy Raccoon yesterday have any impact to help the team get warmer or less nervous in the series against Liquid?
I definitely think that us playing that play-in match is probably a decent amount of the reason why we beat Liquid. I think that we showed a lot more nerves in the first match than we showed in the second one, and I think having the just opening match to get those out of the way is something that proved beneficial for us today.
Cool. On to the third question is also from Lucas Takashi. Many people had Team Liquid as a title favorite, and you beat them. Do you think the victories show that no one should be underestimated here?
I definitely think that's what this says. Like, we have a stand-in here, and we just took down one of the teams that people were saying is a favorite. I think Ascent got a lot closer than it needed to be, and Haven they just had no chance. But I think every team here has a chance to win this tournament. I think it's just whoever ends up adapting throughout the tournament the best, because none of these regions have competed against each other before, apart from like us and Sentinels, and then the two European teams and the two Brazilian teams that all have qualified here. But there's no competition prior for these teams, so no one really knows what region is dominant and what play styles are going to work against which play styles. And I think it's going to be really fun to watch play out.
Cool. The last question that was pre-submitted is from Jack Marsh, GG Rakan. The whole was much like a tug of war, with both sides having spells of dominance. How did you find the variety and stamina to prevail in Game 3?
I don't know. I think that our team's always played close. Like, we always, throughout our run qualifying for VCT, I believe we lost maps to every team. We lost at least one map in all of our BO3s to teams other than Energy, who we 2-0'd. But I think that our team's just, I don't know, we play the game a lot, so we're kind of just used to playing it in like an incredible amount of Valorant. And I think, I don't know, I think our play style leads to like not needing to be as, like, we don't get as stressed as a lot of these teams, it feels like, because we just talk to each other, we play the game, and we just enjoy ourselves. We don't take everything too seriously.
Okay, that's it for all the pre-submitted questions, and we will now move on to the open session. If you have a question for Vanity, please use the raise your hand function. 1 second. Luis Olmos, you can go ahead.
Hi, my name is Luis Olmos from Poplane in Mexico. First of all, congratulations on your victory. One of the most shocking matches of the Masters. How do you feel after defeating Team Liquid, and what are your expectations for your next matches in Valorant Masters?
It's definitely nice to take down one of the higher rated teams going into the tournament. It's not, I mean, we knew we could win. We didn't know if we would win given the circumstances, but I'm happy with how the results have been out. And expectation-wise for the tournament, I don't know. I don't really come in with expectations. As long as my teammates like give 100% effort and we don't like lose rounds that we should be winning, and I can't really be mad regardless of the result.
Thank you so much.
Next is Declan from Upcomer.
Yeah, we saw a lot of pop-up moments, especially on map 3. What were you guys?
I can't hear you. It's really staticky.
Hey, Declan, can you just repeat again and see if it's better?
Yeah, how does this sound?
Okay.
Much better.
Yeah, I was just asking, we saw a lot of pop-off moments, especially on map 3. Were you guys yelling anything specific at Liquid at the end, or were you guys just hyping yourselves up there?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Like, after I killed Soulcast this one round, I knew this guy was like out of the game mentally. He was sitting behind me, and I like backed up into him and just flicked and one bullet at him, and I knew after that, like, you keep getting in his head, he's just gonna tilt. And I think that they showed, because considering the comp they ran, they only got 2 rounds on defense with pistol round. So I think there was no like specific taunts really, but like just getting hype, and I think that the energy we have is really high.
Next is Victor Hugo Porto.
Hi, Vanity. I'm Victor from Mas Sports, Brazil. Sentinels is always meant as the top tier in NA, and and the version 1 is the second tire. Do you
Mhm.
think these 2 wins, mainly the 2 days win, can change it?
No, I definitely don't think that just one win against Liquid is gonna make us better than Sentinels. I think Sentinels is like a tier above most teams in North America. I think Sentinels is still better than us right now, and I think they are the favorites going into this tournament.
Thanks, Vent.
Next is Zane.
What was the hardest part integrating jammies ahead of the tournament? Like how much time were you given where you like had to get into your setups for your maps?
We had like 2 or 3 days in America and then like a week here, but the conditions aren't very good, so the practice we got wasn't very productive because we just couldn't kill people, I guess. But so I mean, we had probably like 5-6 days realistically of like actual practice because we had a few days where we played only land scrims where the game feels a lot better. But just online practice here just didn't feel like it was very worthwhile.
And Yinsu.
Hey man, congrats on the win today. Now, obviously, going into this, Team Liquid on this roster were unbeaten previously on Ascent. I'm sure you guys were aware of that. So, what was the game
No.
plan for that? Oh, well, now you are. What was the game plan specifically for that map? It was a close one, but as you said before in the press conference, you know, people tend to kind of underestimate NA's utility usage when it comes to comparing it to EU as well.
I just think there's a huge misconception in how the regions play the game. Like both in Europe and North America play pretty much the exact same game style. The Europeans just do it a tad bit slower. Yeah, like on average, the European teams, like the lower level teams, are probably more tactical than the lower level North American teams. But like at the top, everyone is so good at everything that it's just like it's just people trying to like make their region seem better, I guess, which I don't really know.
Last question is from Jessica.
Hi, congratulations on the win. I am Jessica Scharnagel. I'm with Nerd Street Gamers. I wanted to know what you think is the biggest contributing factor in your win today. Was it a strategy or was it just preparation?
I don't know. I think all of our wins just rely on us just having fun. Like I think we're at our best when we're just having fun playing the game, not worrying about too much about what's happening. I mean, we're still trying to win, obviously. Like we're still a top tier team. We like to compete, but at the end of the day, I think all of our success comes from that we all like each other. I think we get along. We lose rounds that we shouldn't lose. We're like, okay, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Let's just go next. And then I think that a lot of teams struggle with that, and I think it's probably our strongest suit as a team.
Okay, that concludes our scrum for today. Thank you, Vanity. You're good to
Yeah.
go.
Thanks for having me.
We will now wait for